house, come on, come on, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. You may think you're strong, but building in Ghana will have you on your knees in tears. As you're building, life happens with you. This is the first time anybody in my family has ever owned a home. Can I say that one more? Just allow me to say it one more time. Building in Ghana is not the same as building in the West. To why this place, we need like maybe 10 cables. Now, I need a break. I need some time for me. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, today's video, I want us to talk about the emotional roller coaster of building. Oh my gosh. If you have seen my last few videos, you will see that I have had so many emotions. In fact, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you'll see that I've had so many emotions. But particularly my last few videos, I have been very emotional. I've been feeling very stressed, and it felt at the time like things were just really getting on top of me. But you know what? It's part of the building process. And I feel like one of the things that people don't talk about when they're saying, yeah, come to Ghana, everybody come to Ghana, build a house, you can build your dream house, come on, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, you know, all of that stuff. They don't tell you about what it does to you emotionally. It will take you on the biggest emotional roller coaster of your life. You may think you're strong, but building in Ghana will have you on your knees in tears because of the things that can happen to you. You've seen me, you've seen it. Although you have joyous times, you have times where you're like frustrated, you're stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're all of that, you know, and I feel like we don't really talk about it enough, about what that really feels like. So today I really want to address what those feelings can feel like so that you know that you're normal. If you're in Ghana and you're building, I want you to know you're not alone. You're not alone in feeling some of these things, okay? So I have my trusted list in front of me here. And so I'm just going to go through some of the things that I've written down one at a time, okay? Right, so some of the things that cause some emotional stress as you're building, right? There are constant delays. Constant delays. You give yourself a timeline and say, okay, right, you know what, this house, 2 years, I'm gonna do it from beginning to end. It's gonna, I reckon 2 years. You know, you've had someone come in and confirm, oh, this house, we can even build it. Give us 1 year, we'll knock it out for you, we'll get everything done. You even have all the money in your account ready to go, right? You just need someone to come and do it for you. It doesn't go like that. There are delays. Things go wrong. I'm way behind on my deadline. I should have been complete by now, but I'm not. So I'm gonna do a final push, and I'm hoping by the 1st of December, everything will be ready. So pray for me, guys. Let me catch you up right now. Like things that you wouldn't expect to have to do, you have to do. You didn't know you have to pull your own light poles. You didn't know you'd have to, you know, dig a borehole because you don't have water where you are. You know, you don't know some of these things. And so sometimes these are even extra expenses that pop up along the way, and it puts financial stress on you too. So now you're like, you're looking at your bank balance and like, hey, what's going on here? Hey, yeah, the account is running away from you. Like things come up, it happens, and it puts you in a space where you're like, oh my gosh, why did I start this process? This is too much. This is sometimes why people have the argument where they're like, you know what, just buy a house. But that has its own complications. But there are many things along the way that will throw you a curveball, even when it comes to like the layout of the type of house you want, especially if you want your dream house. We all want to build our dream house. We may not be starting with our dream house, but eventually, you know, we all want to have a dream house. We have ideas of how we want it to be. You know, if you look back at some of my earlier videos, you know, this was my dream house where I wanted to do certain things. I've not been able to reach that goal yet. There has been like so many things that have happened because as you're building, life happens with you. You know, you can't separate the two things. You can't just say, okay, this is what I'm gonna focus on and this is all I'm gonna do and that's it. Life happens, things happen that will delay you, that will stop you from building. You know, my dad passed away, like, it affects you emotionally. You think that it doesn't, it affects you emotional. Things happen, people leave you, you know what I'm saying? Like, life happens, and so it causes these extra stresses to happen on top of building, and so things can feel overwhelming, right? So now, okay, let's start at the beginning. So you want to build your dream house, you're thinking about the design layer. Now you have this worry that, okay, gosh, have I got the design right? Now, one thing I will say is sometimes when you're working with some Ghanaian architectures, right? They'll design you a beautiful house. And we've all been into these houses. If you've been to Ghana and you've seen some of these houses, you walk into a house and you're like, this house doesn't make sense to me. What is this dead space here? They all have this. Now they've turned them into like TV rooms. They say it's a TV space, right? You go to the top of the stairs and they call it like family area and they put a TV there. It's actually a dead space, or, they do ironing there or something like that, because the house has not been designed the way that they really wanted it to. So now when everything's been built, it doesn't flow in the right way. So now we've seen it happen to some people, so we don't want it to happen to us. And now we're looking at the design of the house and we're stressed because we're like, okay, does this really work? You look over design 100 times. You go to bed with the design in your mind. You wake up, the design is in your mind. Is this right? Does it flow well? Is it going to work? And, you have that stress. You don't think about it before, but you have that stress. Like, is it going to be right? You may even the house starts to come up from the ground, right? And then you start doing a walkthrough. Does this make sense? And you realize, this wall doesn't make sense. You know what? We have to knock this wall down. This one doesn't make sense. It's going to happen. You're going to make mistakes as you're building. It's going to cause you a level of stress. It's going to cause you emotional distress. You're going to be on that roller coaster ride. The whole time you're building in Ghana, you are on a consistent roller coaster. I hope you are aware of that. You're going to have highs. You're going to have lows. When you start your building process, you're just like amazed. You're like, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is the first time anybody in my family has ever owned a home, and I'm building mine from scratch in the way that I want. You're excited. You dream about the day when you finish, how it's going to look, how you're going to invite people over to your house, how you're all going to enjoy this house together, how you're creating spare bedrooms for your family members to come and enjoy, so that when they come to Ghana, they can stay and be comfortable and stuff like that. But there are realities to that too. It's hard. It's really, really hard, Let's talk about finishing, the finishes. You're thinking about the finishes that you want in your house and how you're going to have it. You want black plug sockets. You want sockets on your house. You want it to be black. You order them, they come. This is not black. This is, what color is this? What color is it? These, I don't even know what to call the sockets that I have. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, you will remember that whole episode where I was looking for sockets. Ghana's a bit more better now because we have certain things in Ghana that you can have access to where you didn't have access to before. So it's like, I really wanted black sockets. I'm obsessed with black. I love black. It's classic to me. I just love it. So I wanted black sockets on the wall, and then I ordered these sockets from the UK. They came and they weren't black. They were this shiny metallic kind of thing. And it was like, what? But they were already here. I had to deal with it. I do like them now. They've grown on me, but it's like these things. And so it sets you back. So for a while, I was in my feelings about, should I send these back? I paid all this money for it. It's not what I wanted. And, it happens. And it can happen in anything, not just sockets. It can happen in anything that you order. Because, in Ghana, you can't necessarily get everything that you want. And so sometimes you have to order things from abroad. It comes, it's not what you want. Do you send it back, or do you just learn to live with what you have? You have all these decisions. There are so many decisions that you have to make on the way. And you don't realize the pressure that some of these decisions will put on you emotionally, because you're like, okay, this is my forever house. Like, I don't want to get it wrong. And so there's this pressure that you have. There's this pressure to make sure that everything works. You've seen, I've had ACs installed. The ACs are leaking. Something is not working. You have to go back. You have to refix stuff, And I know a lot of you will say, well, it's about the team that you have. It's not necessarily about the team that you have, because, people are human. People make mistakes. People are learning on the job sometimes, Things just can go wrong. And so you have all of that to deal with. And so it makes situations very complicated. Even design and layout concepts put aside, okay? Let's also talk about the financial aspect. Can I say that one more? Just allow me to say it one more time. What you think you have budgeted to build a house, you can exceed that and even double it sometimes if you're not careful. If you don't keep a tight rein on the money that you have in the bank, you could think, I've got all the money in the bank. You have collected money, your bank balance is there, you're looking at it, hey, I've done well. And you come to build, and then you start seeing the draining of your account. Like, hey. The money is just going down and down and down, and you don't even understand how. It's like you pay for something, the cost that you thought, prices in Ghana are always all over the place, right? Today it's this price, tomorrow it's that price. You budgeted 50,000 for something, by the time you're ready to pay for it, it's now 75. You're now outside of your budget. And we know that we have these financial implications when it comes to building, right? We've seen it happens in the West, it happens everywhere. It happens across the world, globally, right? But in Ghana, we like to add a little bit more spice. Sometimes the cost is not even from the product itself that you're buying. Somebody is just blocking the thing for you because they want to give you a hard time. They want to make sure that they also chop some from you. So they're making it extra hard for you. So you're having to do a little extra, having to pay a little extra to get what you want. And it just makes things harder. It blows your budget. So financially, now you're in a space where financially you're stressed. You go to sleep, you're thinking about money. You're thinking about, boy, I need to put windows in this house. Like you're getting quotes for windows and it's exceeding the budget that you thought you needed for windows. It's exceeded the quote that you had 3 months ago. And now you're like, but I need the windows. Now you're having to look for extra money to look for it. So there is a huge financial strain when it comes to building. And unless you have an excess of money in your account, there's always going to be that aspect, that financial aspect where join the roller coaster ride that all of us that are building are on. Join us, welcome. Pull up a seat, put on a seatbelt, be ready for the ride because you're about to go on one. So we have this worry where, we're running the whole thing of running out of money halfway through, the unexpected costs that come up. These are very real things. And I just want to say this, right? So I'm just about to have a little bit of a rant. When you see someone is building for you, if you don't have knowledge of Ghana, you don't know about how it works in Ghana, and you're just like, oh, you said the house will be ready in 3 months, now it's been 4 months, I want my money back. Listen, there are delays that happen. Even your personal house, delays happen. That's how Ghana is. There are things that happen that are completely blindside you. I can't even talk, the English is not coming. That will completely blindside you. And so it causes delays. And I'm not talking about, let me put this into context, I'm not talking about some delays have been deliberate to put some people off, right? But sometimes there are genuine delays that comes with building, right? So if you have somebody who, is on your side and they've been building and they've been doing things for you and you think, oh, well, it's taking too long, I want my money back. Think twice, because you take your money out and you try and go give it to somebody else to build somewhere else. The same thing, if not worse, might even happen to you. So just be careful with that whole thing, right? Give people grace, give people understanding. Building in Ghana is not the same as building in the West. Things will happen in Ghana that you don't expect to happen, will happen to you. It's just how it is. So please have some patience with our dear brothers and sisters sometimes when they're building for you. It's not automatically that they're trying to scam you or it's something like that. It just happens to be a thing of Ghana. It's how it is sometimes. Okay, so please exercise patience, as they like to say in Ghana. Please exercise patience for us, okay? Okay, now we have also trust issues. Boy, trust issues. Like, there have been people that have stolen. And I'm not talking about people that I currently work with. I'm just talking in general, right? People that will come, they'll steal your materials. They will tell you that, hey, okay, for this house, we need to use to wire this place. To wire this place, we need like maybe 10 cables. We need 10 cables. Yes, 10 cables. Meanwhile, you don't know. You don't know about building, right? This guy, he's saying 10 cables. He's quoted you for 10 cables. You've seen 10 cables. He's purchased 10 cables. He's brought you the receipt for 10 cables. Meanwhile, you're not watching. You're not there watching every single time, right? He's only used 3 cables. The other 7 have gone to build his house in Kumasi somewhere. He's built his house with your cables and you don't know it. So like you have these issues of trust with people. They quote you one thing. You don't know what they're buying or what they're doing. They can bring you the receipt. Even if he said it's 3 cables, the price that he's quoted you is different on the receipt because the shopkeeper was also in on it with him. He has upcharged you so that they have split the difference. The extra 1,000 cedi that you've paid him, he has split it with the person in the shop. Okay, you write the receipt. Me, I'll give you 300. I'll take 700, and that's it. You know, like these things go on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're losing money. So it's like while you're building, you have these trust issues, but money is leaking from you. And you're like, how do I stop the leak? But you can't stop because you're already building. So you have to continue. You just have to get tighter reins. And now we have to go into micromanaging. So you micromanage everything. You watch them all the time. So at 7 a.m. when you knock on your door and you're still sleeping, you have to be there. You haven't even brushed your teeth yet. You have to be there. You have to pull up your chair and you have to sit down. And you have to watch them as they're doing everything. Watch, make sure that they're putting the wires where they said they're putting the wires. Hey, why are you doing that? Why are we doing this? You have to become manager. The heat is beating you. You haven't eaten yet. The sun, you put on your sunglasses because now the sun is so bright you can't even see. You have all these things and you're just micromanaging and you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it, but you have to do it because you know what? We can't afford a project manager. And even the project manager that you went to get may not even be the correct project manager that's even in your interest. So you're only, even if you have a project manager, let me say this, you might still even have to project manage yourself. You might have to project manage a project manager. That's how it works here. So you have all these things. You have these trust issues. We have these things where it's not a hands-off project. When you're building in Ghana, it's not a hands-off project. You are part of the process whether you like it or not. Unless you have an abundance of cash and you really don't care, you just want the job done. Because some people, let's be honest, some people are like that. I have a job that needs to be done. Get it done. I'll pay for it, whatever it is. Some people have that mentality. If that's you, God bless you again. More power to you. Okay, so I've talked about delays. Sometimes things are delays, Then you have regrets. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, why did I decide to build this extra room here? Now I've built it, I realize that, boy, I need to now buy an extra toilet. I need to buy shower fittings. I need to tile this extra room. I have too many rooms. Now I've built this house. I've got so many rooms. The upkeep of these rooms is a lot. I can't, it's too much. I can't even maintain this house myself. I need house help to help me with this because I can't manage it. These are very real things that pop up for people as they begin to build. Then we have the whole impatience of building. It's like, oh gosh, when is this house going to be ready? I said I was going to finish this house in 3 years. It's been 10 years. I'm still building this house. Oh my gosh, when is it going to be finished? Why didn't I build a smaller house? These things are very, very real. Look at me as your example. Look at me. It's been how many years I'm still building this house? And I'll tell you part of the reason. Part of the reason has been because, as I said before, life happens. I built this house. I started building this house. I get knocked off my chair. I can't get up immediately. I'm on the floor. I'm like trying to regroup. I'm trying to get myself together. I have to come up with a different action plan until I can pick myself up. I pick myself up. Something else happens. My dad passes away. This happens. That happens. So many things happen. And then I realized, you know what? I'm fatigued. Genuine fatigue happens as you're building. I'm fatigued. Now, I need a break. I need some time for me. I need to enjoy what I have, even just at this moment. So I've only built one level. But you know what? I need a minute because I'm tired. I can't even keep up with some of the things that I need to keep up with because my whole focus has been on this house and I've not been able to do anything else. Life is beating me down. I don't put it on camera, but you know what? Life is beating me. I'm having these challenges. And so you know what? I need to pause for a minute. And then you have, which is also one of my other points, somebody that will come along. Ah, sister, are you still building that house? It's been how many years? You haven't completed your house yet? And they'll just come and talk without no knowledge. Now, I'm not talking about the people that come and ask in good faith, and out of genuine care, how's the house going? I haven't seen you for a long time. No, I'm talking about the ones that are like, this house, you haven't finished it. Do you know what it's like to build that? Do you know the pressure? As a single woman, a mother that is building this house and trying to get to the finish line, do you know what it's like? I get tired. You've seen me, honestly speaking, when I do those videos and I say I want to quit, it's not a joke. I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to deal with all these issues. It's unnecessary. It's just been one thing after the other. So I'm not saying it for clout. I'm not saying it so that you can feel sorry for me. I'm saying it because it has been the truth. I feel like I want to quit. I feel like I want to sometimes take off the top level and say, I'm done. But I want to finish it because you know what? This was supposed to be my dream home and I want to get to the end. I want to be able to finish and close up this house and then work with the inside. Do you know how excited I am to do the internals of this house? Do you know how excited I am to show off how I can decorate the inside of this house, the things I'm going to do? Some of you are like, oh, I love your kitchen design. The kitchen design is nothing. If you know the things that I want to do inside my house, yeah, the way I want to design my house, I want to get to that point. But I'm tired along the way. It's like I've been running this marathon for so long. I'm tired. I get beaten down. I can't just do it in one go. Like life is happening to me as I'm doing. So we are running in unison. So, you know, as you build your house, you have to remember life is still going to be happening to you. And so there are going to be delays. There are going to be things like happening, right? And then another point is that, you know, as you're building, you'll see somebody else who started building 3 years after you. They've completed theirs. Everybody's looking at you. So and so has built their house. You're still building your house. Yes, I'm still building my house. But you know what? This journey is for the long haul. I'm here and I'm still doing it. I'll reach my goal. Leave me alone. I'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot, when you're building a home, you cannot compare yourself to every other person that is building because not everybody has your situation. The person that you're comparing yourself to next door, it's husband and wife duo. Both two incomes. You've got two incomes that are coming in. Do you know what I'm saying? They have nannies. They have people who are looking after the children. They have people who are coming to cook for them. They have all these things. So they don't have the extra pressures that you have. You cannot compare yourself on this building journey to other people that are doing it. Let them do their thing. Be happy for them. That's wonderful. I'm glad for you. Well done. Me too. I'm going to get there one day. And that's how you have to do it. You have to have tunnel vision when you're coming to build. If not, you'll feel frustrated. You'll feel bad about yourself. You feel all these emotions. These emotions are going to happen to you. But you know what? You have to remember. Some people look at you and I wish that they were in your position. You know, I remember there was a time I was saying something to someone that I met and I was like, I feel like I'm just stuck in this hamster wheel and I'm not really moving forward. And she said to me, Dela, do you know what you have? You have a house that you have no mortgage on. All you have to do is just finish building, like just keep going one day at a time, just chug through. And you know what? After having this conversation with her, I was like, do you know what? I don't realize, like, because, as I said, the example, I just did a video on it, you know, the example of when you're really close to something, it's hard to see the bigger picture. It's hard to see what you have. And it's like, sometimes we have to remember that we are living in the dream that we prayed for 5 years ago. We are living it right now. So although we may not have everything as we want in the timing that we want, we're still living the dream that we once believed that we wanted, right? And so when I first came to Ghana and I was like, I wanted a house, moving around from rented house to rented house. And I was like, oh gosh, I wish I had my own house. You have your own house now. You have your own house now. Be grateful for that. Even though you have this emotional roller coaster where you're going on, you still are living in the dream and you need to be appreciative of where you have. Even if you only have one room that you can live in, the rest of the house is not functioning. You've been living in it for 5 years. You know what? You're still living a dream that somebody else wishes that they have. So we have to be grateful for the things that we have, you know. You know, you just have to remember that it is a roller coaster. You're going to have highs, lows. There have been times where, you know, seeing the tiles go down on the floor and being so excited, like, oh my gosh, the tiles are here, it's down. I'm no longer walking on bare concrete, I'm walking on tiles. We have to appreciate those moments as you're building because you know what? There's going to be another moment that comes along that doesn't feel so good. So as good things happen, rejoice in that moment. Take a moment, sip some wine if that's what you like. You know, enjoy it, enjoy the process because it is a process and the process is not always going to feel great. The process is sometimes going to feel hard. But you know what? We keep moving. Every day, we take another step, we do a little bit more. So I just want to encourage you that if you are building and you are feeling like this is never ending or it's hard, you're not the only one that's been through it. Many people have been through it, have come out the other end. You know, some people are still in it, still doing it. But you know what? This is part and parcel. And you know, when we get to the end, it feels amazing. It's going to feel amazing. When I was in the UK, I had a huge obsession with Grand Designs. If you guys know anything about that show, Grand Designs, you might even be able to see it on YouTube. I used to be obsessed with watching those shows. Like, I would watch them back to back. because I loved seeing people manifest their dreams of building this amazing house. They would start with nothing. They would be living in a caravan outside. Meanwhile, the house is being built, this mega house, and you see the struggle. You see where they've run out of money. Then someone has to go back to work. They have to put their dreams on hold for a few years. You know, and then they, you know, the roof has leaked as they're doing it, and they've come across all these challenges. And then you see the end. And then they live in their house and they start crying, and you too, you're crying with them because you've watched this journey with them, and you're so happy for them because they made it to the end, and they look so different compared to when they started. They look fresh now because the house is built. They look like they're in the element, they're enjoying it. The kids are running around, or the kids have grown, and, you know, like, it feels great. And I love those programs. And I'm like, you know what, when I moved to Ghana, that was a story that I wanted to show and I wanted to tell. And so you've seen me cry, you've seen me laugh, you've seen me happy, you've seen me rejoice, all of that stuff. You know what? One day I'm going to get to the end and I'm going to show you guys this is the finished product. And you're going to also tell the same story as well. You're going to be able to show people and tell people that this was the emotional roller coaster that you went on. But you know what? You finished, you've built your house, and everything is wonderful. And you're going to encourage someone else. So we will run this race together. We will finish our houses together, and we will get there. But now I've given you the insight on what it's like to really build in Ghana. We're going to do this together, and you know the road ahead of you, and so you know what to expect. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video right there because I feel like I have spoken quite a lot. But anyway, if you guys would like to do a one-to-one consultation with me about moving to Ghana, building a house, and all of that good stuff, you can send me an email to dela@moretodela.com. Also, if you would like to rent one of my 2 one-bedroom apartments, again, you can send me an email. They're available for short-term or long-term stay. Also, if you'd like to purchase some of my whipped shea butter, you can do so by clicking on the link, which should have popped up somewhere in the video, or you can head to the website fafabydela.com and you can purchase some from there. Okay, that's the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, I am out. Nutifafa.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me